What's going on, guys? My name is Trey, aka Ace Trainer, and I am your coach for the NorCal Electivire, and we are back with week number 3 of the DTC Draft League. And this week, you guys, we are going up against the Bronx Hydriegons, and their coach is Kyle. They are currently 2-0. We are 1-1. So we're hoping that this week we can get Kyle his first loss. All respect to Kyle and his team as well. Good luck this week, my man. Okay, so Kyle's team is his whole team is running. He's got Zygarde, Tornadus, Reuniclus, Mega Scizor, Seismitoad, Roserade, Regirock, Comfey, Miss Magius, Magmortar, and Crabominable. Yeah, I said that right. All right. So here is the team I'm running this week. It's similar to last week's team. We got Slurpuff at Citrus Berry, Unburden. He's running Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Return, Play Rough, 252, 252, 4 in attack, speed, and defense. Next up is Landorus. We're running the same set for Landorus as last. Oh, hold on. I want to put that 4 in his defenses, right? Yeah. Okay. Same set as last week for Landorus. I don't wonder if I had that 4 on him last week. So yeah. So we got Muscle Band Landorus with Intimidate, running U-Turn, Rock Polish, Stone Edge, and Earthquake. I still want to run Rock Polish on him. That Tornadus might be able to get Tailwind up. I don't know. He may not run it on Tornadus this week. His team is pretty slow from what it looks like, so he could be running Trick Room with Reuniclus as well, or he could be running Tailwind. Based off of my team, I would assume he'd be running. He could run either or, because I do not have a Tailwind or Trick Room setter. So it's kind of something where we're really gonna have to look out for. If he leads, or not if he leads, but he could have both on his team. I'm definitely predicting that he's gonna bring Tornadus for sure. Reuniclus definitely could be a pretty good choice for his team this week. But next up, we got Mawile at Mawilite with Intimidate. He's running Sucker Punch, Thunder Punch, Iron Head, Brick Break. Same move set we've had on Mawile for the past 2 weeks, or stat set we've had on Mawile for the past 2 weeks. Next up, Milotic, which I need to change that to Ice Beam. I thought I already did that, but I guess not. Yeah, Milotic's running Scald, Ice Beam, Recover, and Coil. His team looks like pretty big attackers, so that's why I'm running Coil. I like Coil on Milotic just because if we don't get the Marble skill going, we may run into the possibility of having a turn to where we could use Coil on a free turn to raise his defenses up. Milotic is pretty big, special defensively, so we definitely want to get his defenses up, because I believe a Seismitoad Earthquake doesn't do half, but it gets Milotic pretty close to half. But with a Coil up, that kind of decreases the amount of damage. But he could also be running a special Seismitoad. So I guess we'll just have to see. Last week I had a Hydro Pump on Milotic. I don't know why. It was a pretty bad move. I should have held Ice Beam, but we're running Ice Beam this week, as well as Recover with the leftovers. Next up is Ninetales. This week I changed up Ninetales' sets a little bit. I'm still running Freeze Dry with Aura Veil. Okay, it didn't change. I don't know why. I want to run Hypnosis on Hypnosis on Ninetales, as well as the Safeguard. Although I did. Okay, this is one thing I was always confused about, and I never got a chance to test it. If Safeguard blocks spikes, like Toxic Spikes, because he does have Roserade, probably will have Toxic Spikes on Roserade. That's a pretty common set. We're still running the Light Clay on Ninetales. to extend the Aurora Veil. Hopefully he doesn't have a Taunter. Tornadus could also get Defog as well. That would actually break the Aurora Veil. I want to try Hypnosis. We really need a stat inflictor. Hypnosis is probably our best bet with Ninetales. I mean, it's really the only bet we have. I just realized I do not have. I need to bring my mic closer. Hopefully you guys can hear me. You can probably hear me a little better now. Sorry about that if this has been going on and you haven't really been able to hear me. So yeah, that's our move set and whole set for Ninetales. So with Ludicolo, I still gotta pick his last move. I was thinking about running Assault Vest Ludicolo. Obviously, we don't have a Rain Dancer. We honestly could change it up with Milotic, and instead of Coil, we could go for Rain Dance. But we are running Swift Swim on Ludicolo with the Waterium Z. So I did take, instead of doing a 252 in special attack, I did 52 in defenses. Raises it up a little bit to try and take a Bug Bite better from Mega Scizor if he happens to run it. Takes Bullet Punch a little bit better. Really, we set Ludicolo up for any of his physical attackers. Ludicolo's special defense is pretty great. He does take a Fire Blast from Magmortar pretty well. I mean, it does about 75%, but if Ludicolo is slower, then we are able to get a Hydro Pump off safely and get the Oko on Magmortar. So a few threats I'm very unsure about in this battle is Crabominable and as well as Comfey. I mean, we have Mawile for Comfey running Iron Head. That should pick up the Oko on Comfey. But it could also be running Screens. Reuniclus could also as well be running Screens. But yeah, Miss Magus I'm not too worried about unless it gets a couple nasty plots up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Regirock also a little worried about. But we should be good. We have a lot of coverage for Regirock, especially if we get Slurpuff going with Unburden and Belly Drum. But that's definitely something he is not going to want me he's not gonna want me to get Belly Drum up. So he's really going to try and look for that to try and stop that. Like Reuniclus with Trick Room, that could really hurt us with Belly Drum. But for the most part, I really was going back and forth between Ludicolo and Arcanine for this battle. I think Ludicolo might be just a smidge better of a Pokemon to bring. I mean, Arcanine covers more coverage with his team, including Mega Scizor, Roserade, Crabominable. But I really do like Ludicolo in this battle. He takes hits very well, minus the Tornadoes for sure. But yeah, so we're just waiting a little bit longer to get this battle going. That is our team for this week. Hopefully we can go up 2-1 this week. Really going to try my best to make smarter plays. I think we did really well last week with making better plays. Make sure my team's validated. Yeah. So that is our team for this week. Like I said, hopefully we can get to 2-1. We can hand Kyle his first loss. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys. It'll be a fun battle no matter what. His team it looks really good. I'm really interested to see what he can bring to the battle today. So we are going to go away for just a second, and I will be right back with the battle. All right, guys, we are back. We're getting ready to challenge Kyle here. I had to change some things over to Ubers. He has a Pokemon that's banned in OU. So no worries. Got that switched over pretty easily. We're getting ready to head into this battle. I did end up putting Protect on Ludicolo. I just was really unsure of what to put on him as his last move. And we did end up leaving Coil on Milotic as well. So let's go ahead. I'm really nervous about this one. He's 2-0. His team is good. He actually has been kind enough to help me through some of my battles, so I appreciate that, Kyle. Big shout out to you. So hopefully we can go 2-1 today. Don't want to start the draft league off with a losing record. I'm not the Browns here. So let's go. Let's get in this battle. Whew. Hey guys, Ace Trainer here with the DTC Draft League, week number 3. When I started the battle, the audio was a little loud, so I'm doing a voiceover. But before we get into today's battle, if you guys are joining the DTC Draft League, please smash the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you get the notification bell on so you don't miss any more of the DTC Draft League. Alright, so to get into today's battle, I believe I'm going to lead with Ninetales. This was because I felt like Ninetales was fast enough to get the Aurora Veil off, and we could immediately switch into Slurpuff to try and get up the Belly Drum. So that was a play I was going to go with. I did end up bringing Ludicolo instead of Arcanine for the Seismitoad specifically. Freeze Drive, Ninetales on Seismitoad would have been just fine. But I ended up bringing Ludicolo anyway. It didn't hurt me at all, I don't think. Especially knowing what Seismitoad has. You can run Earthquake, you can run Earth Power, Scald, and the fact that Wild Charge does nothing, which I like to have on my Arcanine, unfortunately doesn't really help out in this team format that he has. So I believe we're going to get into the battle now. Are you done making your decision, Trey? I did take a really long time trying to figure out what it was I wanted to lead with. I'm pretty sure in my gut I knew I wanted to lead with Ninetales all the time. Obviously I do. This turn right here, you guys, I did find out that, well, you guys will see in just a second. This turn really, really hurt me. What is that thing called? Rose Raid. This is the turn where I found out that Rose Raid was Choice Scarfed. So he ran a Rose Raid set that I was not predicting at all. I really thought he was going to have Toxic Spikes. So good choice for him. He obviously threw me off guard with my whole plan. And then the poison on Ninetales definitely doesn't help either. We did get the Aurora Veil up, so that's good. I believe we switch into Mawile here, which wasn't a bad play, but I just think he ended up reading it very well. Yeah, I believe, yeah. So we do, yeah, he read this turn very well. We ended up having to switch out again. No, we did not. We did not switch out. We stayed in with Mawile. We end up Mega Evolving and going for the Sucker Punch. I really had trouble whether I wanted to go into Milotic to eat up that Flamethrower, but I wasn't sure whether it was his Zygarde or Magmortar that held the Z Crystal. So this is why I stuck with Mawile. Jeez. Because I didn't want to risk that chance of him going for, or reading the switch into Milotic and going for a Z Thunderbolt. So that's why I stayed with Mawile, just Mega Evolved and went for the Sucker Punch. Unfortunately, that's not how it panned out. I believe if we can ever make our decision, we'll pick Sucker Punch and he goes for a sub. So this is a really, really good couple of turns for him. Again, it's like week 1 where we had the right team, but in the first couple turns, we did not make the right play. And it all comes down to team composition and knowing what he's going to run. So I believe I just go for a... Do I switch out? I don't believe I do. What I should have done here, yeah, I should have gone for a Sucker Punch, whittled that down, that Magmortar. Slurpuff, I still stick to it. It was a good lead here. Like I said, team composition. His Magmortar is going to have Toxic, and we're immediately going to go for the Belly Drum, and that hurts us because his Magmortar also has Protect, which you'll see on the next turn. I could have easily gone for a return, got a lot of damage off on the Magmortar, but again, I didn't think he was going to run Protect. The Toxic's going to really end up hurting his here. Here we go for a Drain Punch. We gain a lot of that HP back, but then the Toxic's really going to whittle us down. Does he go for the Protect? No, he doesn't go for Protect. I believe he just goes for a Flamethrower, maybe. Yeah, so we're going to go back to 100 HP. Going to get the Flamethrower off. The Toxic's going to take us down to 55. He's just going to go for another Drain Punch here. I didn't really want to switch in because we already had the... We already had the Belly Drum off. Actually, I really want to see if Slurpuff can get Baton Pass. I don't think it can, but it would be really nice if it could. Get the Belly Drum off with Unburden, get the Baton Pass. Do we switch? We either switch into Milotic or Ludicolo here. And honestly, either one of them are a good choice. But I believe I end up switching to Milotic, and I do, because of the Bug Bite on Scizor. We go for the Scald. We get the Burn. Thank God. That really was huge for us. Knocking off the leftovers on Mawile was huge for him. So we switch into Roserade. We go for a Coil. We realize that was a bad play. And here's where I really start to regret not bringing Arcanine. Having Arcanine would have been a huge help. I should have brought Arcanine over Slurpuff, honestly, seeing his team. And he even talked to me about it after the battle. Definitely should have brought Arcanine. Just bad plays, team composition, things I thought he'd bring over what he didn't bring. So a bit unfortunate. I believe we go into the Ludicolo here because I believe he used Leaf Storm. And he wasn't going to go for another Leaf Storm because it wasn't going to do much on Milotic. And like I said, he was Scarfed, so he would have had to go for it again on Ludicolo. But even with bringing Ludicolo in, I still don't make the right play. No, I do. I go for Hydro Pump, I believe. Do I go for Hydro Pump here? I believe I do. Yeah, and I think here's where I predict the Scizor coming in, but it didn't happen. I do go for the Z Hydro Pump. I think that was my only option, to be honest. Yeah, I looked like I was wanting to go for Protect, but I don't know why. I think it was because I kind of leaned over towards Protect just to scout. But then I realized if he had Nasty Plot, it wouldn't have helped us much. And we don't get the knockout. That really hurt us. After hail damage, it was probably at 15%. Another bad switch in. Should have stayed into Ludicolo. Went for the Ice Beam, unfortunately. I go into Landorus here to soak up that the Leaf Storm. I thought he was going to go for Leaf Storm, but he didn't. He went for the Sludge Bomb, which is still good because it ground resists poison. I go for the U-turn, thinking he would stay in, but he doesn't, unfortunately. The U-turn would have been big damage with the muscle band attached. I should have U-turned instead of hard switching. Here, he was obviously going to switch out because he doesn't want me to get the Giga Drain off on Seismitoad. So I believe he switches into Scizor. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who he switches into. I really took my time trying to pick my turn. But yeah, I really think I should have taken more time creating my team. I knew he was going to go for the Sludge Bomb to scout it out. He's stuck with Sludge Bomb now, so I believe I switch into Landorus. And I think he switches out. No, I switch into Milotic. We go for an Ice Beam here, I believe. Do I go for an Ice Beam? Yeah, and I was so surprised to see how little Ice Beam did. Ice Beam with Ludicolo might have done a little bit more. And that's okay. It's all about learning, trying to remember what is what. Because we will battle Kyle again. But I think here's where I realized it was GG. I believe he switches out here. And I feel like I need to tweak Landorus's set a little. It's good, but it's just not a lot of coverage. Or at least for this particular team that I'm facing. Like I could have had Fly for this battle instead of Stone Edge. I feel like that would have helped us out a little bit, especially with it being a 2-turn move and it misses damage on the first turn. Having Rose Ray, yeah. I'm realizing all of this after the battle. Fly definitely would have been a good move to have on Landers for this battle. Still would have done neutral damage on Scizor. So, just a lot of plays. Yeah, he said GG. Not over yet. Unfortunately, I kind of realized it was. But it's never over until it's over. So that's the mindset you got to have. But it was really going to be hard for me to come back from such a deficit. Especially having that Zygarde. And I believe I already realized that the Zygarde had the Z move. I believe he switches into Zygarde here. And I just U-turn out. Or even Rock Pop or Fly over Rock Polish would have been better. Because we pretty much outspeed his whole team, minus the Rose Raid, I believe, because it was Scarfed. Does he switch into Zygarde here? No, he gets the Icy off. I believe this hurt us too. I mean, Ludicolo's not too fast, but having that speed drop, I didn't know what Zygarde's speed was. I'm pretty sure it was faster than Ludicolo. But with the speed drop, I guess you never know. He goes for the Z Devastating Drake. Here, I protect. Right, yeah. It's only got to do 15%. Here's where I go for the Ice Beam, and I really wish I had been able to get it off. Because I wanted to see how much it would have done to Zygarde had he not knocked me out in this turn. Was I really considering going for a Hydro Pump here? I think it was because he was going to switch in. I think that's why I thought that. Oh, I did go for the Hydro Pump. Why did I not go for Ice Beam? That was stupid. I think we just go for the earthquake here, and this will be the end of the game, I believe. All right, guys. Not a great battle, to put it so bluntly. Not a great battle at all. I feel like our team was good. That Rose Raid, though, that really threw me off. I really thought he was going to have spikes on Rose Raid. I did not think he was going to have Choice Scarf at all. So, I feel like if he didn't have Choice Scarf, I mean, he did run that Toxic Spike set, which he probably assumed he probably assumed that I thought he was going to run that, so he probably went with a different set. Good play on his part. Dang. Yep, it really would have been helpful to have Ninetales around for sure. That really hurt us. But it's nice. I mean, it's a learning process. Like, I haven't played competitive singles before. So, but that's no excuse. It's really no different than doubles or VGC. Just got to make better plays. I do honestly feel like I had a good team. But not knowing that Rose Raid was going to have Choice Scarf, I really feel like hurt us. But it's okay. This is all just for fun. I really enjoyed this battle. Really made me think. I don't think I've really thought as hard in a Pokemon battle than I did in this one. And it's really tough to read plays all the time. Like, you think he's going to run one play, but he ends up going with the play you didn't think he was going to run. So it's tough. But like I said, I had fun with this battle. If you guys enjoyed this battle, please smash that like button on this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, smash that subscribe button. And don't forget to get the notification bell on so you don't miss week 4 of the DTC Draft League. I'm really hoping that we can go 2-2. I want to get back to at 500. Hopefully, get into a winning record. I really want to make it into the playoffs. I really want to extend this draft league for myself to see how far I can go. So, you guys, that is it for DTC Draft League week number 3. We lost it, but that's okay. We're going to come back next week stronger, better than ever. We're going to avenge our loss this week. Hope you guys have a great day. And I hope you guys enjoy the Nuzlocke series as well. That'll be going up tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next video. Ace Trainer signing